I just got done watching the Sonic Steak video on the MPC X, and here are my thoughts. It looks pretty dope. It looks fluid the way my man was moving on the screen, the way it took in the audio from the computer. You can bounce it down to audio tracks from MIDI or whatever. How it worked with the CV. Um, it looked and the screen was very reactive, responsive rather. And it really seemed like this one might be a go. Um, as I'm watching it, I'm looking at this thinking this is what Roland, I dare say Roland, yes Roland, this is the MV. This is what the MV would have been had they stayed on it and just, kept doing the updates, but they only made two MVs. This basically looks like the MV. Um, but, Akai has their Q links, so that matrix um, is kind of signature to them, but that's what it kind of looks like, really. Uh, but it looks dope. But here's my thought. Because the reason why I would want it is because of the CV. I'm like, but 1500. Ugh. So riddle me this: Do you get a Kai? Do you get the MPC X, or do you simply get the Beat Step Pro by Arturia? Is Arturia Beat Step Pro a better bargain than the MPC X? I don't own either one of them. But just from looking at it and seeing how it would work, hmm, hmm. I mean, in the meantime, because again, $1,500 for this machine versus 250 with the stuff that you already have. So if you're somebody that already has a bunch of stuff already, I think Arturia Beast That Pro might be a better way to go than to spend 1,500 on a device that you already have other gear that does the same thing for the most part. Now, if you new and you don't have anything, hey, this might be a hell of a start. And these 1,500 is really, that's still cheap compared to what we used to pay or what they used to pay because I couldn't afford it back in the 90s. So it's still a deal when you thinking about that old scale. I mean, I did, buy a keyboard, the Motif, two. Did I pay two? 17? Two? I think it was two or 17. Ridiculous. But that was just the price for stuff then. MPC was going for two. You wouldn't get no MPC for less than 2,000. So to get it for 1,500 and you see how it looked dope. All the stuff that it do and the way you was able to use the Q links to affect the modular. That might be, I gotta at least touch it. You know that. I'm not new to NPCs. I definitely have worked on them. I've never owned one, but I have worked on them quite a bit, even the old ones to the Renaissance. So I'm not entirely new to it because NPC is what it is, and if you've been in music for any length of time in the past, then you've probably at least touched it or seen it. So um, yeah, I mean, without having touched it, it looked like it might definitely serve justice for some people. I hope they get some credible people, credible, credible, not incredible, but credited, credible people to actually show the gear. You know, there are so many people that use the MPC, and I think Akai should definitely get somebody to, you know, show it off properly, like the Dr. Dre of our time, probably Zaytoven, you know, of this generation. The younger generation's Dr. Dre, he definitely uses it. So why not have him, you know, do it? I just don't want to see misrepresentation of gear, because I'm tired of companies doing the bullshit where y'all do this shit where Herbie Hancock, at one point everything come out, Herbie Hancock touched it. It's dope. A couple years ago, y'all had Metro Boomin trying to sell an MPC when everybody know he used Fruity. I want Metro Boomin to sell me Fruity Loops. That's what he uses. 808 Mafia, they use Fruity Loops or FL Studio. I want them to sell me that because it's true to what they use. Don't put him in front of the damn NPC. Now, if I'm him and y'all give me that money, okay. I mean, but come on, man. That irks me in the worst way to be sold when you don't have to. Just get somebody. There's a top 10 for every piece of gear. For every piece of gear that ever been made, you can say there's a top 10 person that uses that gear that can show it off. Why you gotta put Herbie? You know damn well Herbie Hancock ain't using all this new shit. And he said in front, again, no hating on him. Y'all give me the money, I'll take it. Yeah, I sit up here and say how dope it is. Stop it, companies rolling. Y'all notorious for that shit. Stop it, man. Get people that actually use the gear. I mean, come on. We're not dumb. Like, I can't stand that shit with a passion. So please stop that shit. It makes no sense for you companies to do that. Get people that actually use the gear and then put them in front of it so that they can properly show it. I mean, we got all these people, legendary. You got Premier, you got all Just Blade. You got all these people that use NPC, and you gonna put Metro Boomin because he's hot. I get it. He's hot. He's current. I want him to sell me Fruity Loops. Why? Because that's what he uses. He don't use NPC. That ain't what he's known for. And when he sat in front of it, he didn't even look comfortable. He just sitting there with the headband on like, yeah, this is nice. I mean, come on, man. Again, if I'm him, how much are you gonna give me? Okay. But come on, man. I mean, stop it, man. We don't, it's not necessary. It's just not necessary. Zaytoven is hot. Maybe he ain't like fresh hot, but he definitely relevant. Like he's current. Like put him in front of it. He play the keys too. I mean, put it like this. I bet you will sell more units. And there will be less units being resold if you properly presented the gear to begin with. Stop trying to con the people, because if it's bullshit, we gonna see through it. We gonna get it, buy it, and then it's gonna be hated on, and then it's gonna be a bunch of them for resale. So just let it be what it is. If you messed up, hey, we gonna tell you, hey, this right here, this ain't working. I don't know what the designers was thinking, but this ain't what we need. This ain't what we want, But the marketing team, y'all some, man. That's some bullshit y'all be on. I don't know how I got on this rant, but the MPC X looks dope. My question that I have, or the riddle, should you get a Beastar Pro, at least in the meantime? It's got the CV joints. It's got all the sequencers. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think price-wise, there's something to, that'd be a hell of a shoulder. I can already see it now. The thumbs down. If I get those two pieces and I come out and say the beast, woo, y'all gonna set my ass on fire. I gonna try to lynch him. Get him. All the NPC lovers. Oh my God, they gonna off with his head. So I actually gotta get him so that I can compare him. You know what I'm saying? Hoping somebody beat him to the punch. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, it's all fair game. This is my thoughts on the MPC, my reaction. I just saw Sonic State. The MPC X looks dope, but it's expensive. So the question I ask, should you get a BeatStep Pro in the meantime? If you ain't already got it, then hey, you can go ahead and save your chippers and get you the MPC X. The Live don't have the CV joint, so for me, the Live is more portable, but without the CVs, I feel like they kind of dropped the ball in my opinion. If you got it on one, you got to put it on the other. I understand the hustle though, because if you want CV, now you forcing me to get this big ass device, all right? Well, you could have stuck the CV joints on the Live so I could be live with modular. I think Akai, y'all missed the opportunity there. I'm guessing space was an issue, although what's that, they call it an 1/8 inch? I mean, it's a small, or is it it's an 1/8 inch, I believe. Jack, so it's a small port. It's kind of hard to believe y'all couldn't put, even if y'all couldn't put 8, y'all could at least put 4 on there, or 2. Hell, even 1, but to put none? I think that was a missed opportunity on the Live, because now Live ain't getting no love in modular. And now you get the Live, and then you still got to get the BeatStep Pro if you want to do that type of. Hey, I just, what do I know?